back with you again today. I've been looking forward to this time. I hope you have too. We're going to begin today and end today sitting on a chair. So I'm going to give you a moment to go and grab a chair or to pull one up close enough to you. We'll spend a couple of minutes on our chair to begin class with today, a couple of minutes at the very end. And the reason we're not going to begin by doing our standing post is that when we're doing a standing post and kind of doing the silent meditation, oftentimes there's maybe a discomfort in the body. And I don't want that to distract from our suggestions about what we can do a little bit differently and stuff, and hopefully we'll incorporate some of those today. And we keep those coming, okay? I really want to hear from you, whether you want something different done a little bit differently rather, or otherwise, please let me know. So, all right, let's go ahead and come to our chair. And I'd like you just to find a comfortable seated position, okay? So if you're in a chair like what I have here, or in any kind of chair that you're in, I want you to move up toward the front of the chair so that your back is not leaning against anything. And you're going to create a nice straight back, and just let your hands rest in your lap for just a moment. You know, one of the things I heard early on in the time when all of this started, this pandemic started, and we were having to shut in our homes, I saw one morning on one of the morning shows that someone said that this is really a gift because it's kind of forcing us within our households to be together all the time. So when my wife woke up that morning, I told her that my being home all the time was a gift. And she kind of smiled because usually I'm in and out all the time, attending to classes and such, and she's home all day. So she kind of smiled, and maybe took about another day before she asked me to kind of go out a little bit more and start spreading my gift around a little bit. Not exactly sure what she meant by that, but anyway, so here I am sharing my gift with you and our gift of being together in this way. So what I'd like for you to do is just to sit here quietly and still for just a moment. Gently close your eyes and just listen to my voice for just a moment before we go into a time of quiet. It's very easy during this time to want things to change and want things to go back to normal, whatever that normal was. I'm actually hoping that when we get back to that time that things will actually be better than what normal was at that time, because of all the things that we might have learned during this pandemic. So rather than seeking anything, seeking for that time when things get back to normal, I want us just to be present. Just to be present with ourselves. Let that sense of awareness turn back upon itself. Because when it does, it creates an open, a very spacious, a very accepting space within you in which Spirit can flood you with this feeling of grace. Because it's in this moment in which we can feel that grace. In this breath, in this emotion, and no matter what emotion you're feeling, whether it's frustration, anxiety, uncertainty, or if it's peace and joy, whatever it might be. Just being present with that without trying to change anything or hoping for something else in the future. And I want you just to sit with that for a moment. And let grace enter into that space. Just breathe. Go ahead and very gently open your eyes. And we'll come to our feet and go ahead and move your chair out of the way so that we don't stumble on that, but keep it close enough that you can get to it. Once again at the very end of the class. So, you know, even seeking this class out might be something that you're doing as seeking as something that you used to have or something that you hope to get back to again. But if you just relax into the awareness of this moment, it's there with you all the time. It's unchanging. That's there with you all the time. We don't have to go seeking for anything else. Grace is with us all the time. It's just that usually when we're hoping for something else, we obscure the grace that is present. So we're going to start today by, again, loosening up our joints. And so bringing these here and crossing those arms and opening wider and separating the arms 2 times on each side. Every comment, every email that you all sent to me over the course of last week, every word was just an opening of grace for me. Appreciate some of the pictures that you sent, especially the pictures of someone's grandson whom I have come to love very dearly, even as one of my own. One more time. Here we go. Then we'll do our shoulder rolls. Remember, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back, let them roll forward and back again, up and forward. I hope all of you are taking advantage of this good weather that we've had and get out walking, whether it's early in the morning or late again in the afternoon or evening time, rather. Let's reverse that now. Good. Okay, we'll loosen up our wrists next. Just turning the hands around both directions or bringing them together and turning them around this way. Good, and then our fingers, taking them down one at a time, opening them up one at a time. good. Then let's take our shoulders again. Taking one arm across the body and pull in with the other arm, just tug it in toward the body. I'm experiencing a little bit of discomfort here in my left shoulder. I've been trying to do as much volunteer work with the food bank as possible, and at some of the food distributions, they tell you that in order to qualify as a volunteer, you have to be able to lift 25 pounds. Well, no big deal, but a lot of these boxes are 50, 60 pounds, and when you're pulling them off of tall pallets that are taller than you, sometimes it can be a little strenuous, or you're restacking things up there too. So I'm usually quite sore the day after that. All right, let's take that the other way. Very good. But I guess that's a good thing since gyms are closed. That gives me a good workout there. So let your hands come in toward the abdomen, circle back around to the front, and then let the hips go around. And then let's reverse the direction of those hips. Very good. All right, feet together, bending at the knees just a little more. Small circles. Let's do 10 in the direction that you're taking yours. And then reverse the direction for another 10. Good, and then we'll bend at the knees, going up and down just as much as you're able to today. One more. Good. Our ankles will be next, so lifting one of your feet and turning the foot around. And we'll switch off to the other side. Very good, and stepping out wider, or open and close so that we work our legs here. Remember to keep the back as straight as possible. Have your knees going the same direction as your toes, okay? So lower the body down first, check the knees in line with your toes. Cross the arms in front, nice deep breath in. Spread open, breathe out. Again, spread open, breathing in. Breathe out as you lower the body back. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Okay. So last week I introduced you to tapping when we were tapping the body to get our body's energy flowing. We're going to do that a little bit later today. But right now I want to introduce something that is similar to tapping, but it has a different purpose. So if your body is getting tight, you feel tension within the body. Oftentimes, especially if we have any kind of negative emotion, we might really feel it as a tenseness within the body. We want to be able to release that. There's a number of ways we can do it, but there's one that is similar to tapping, but it's actually a release of energy by pressing into the muscles. So let me just demonstrate it. I'm going to put one arm out here, and I'm just going to grab my upper arm and rub down and let it out. Okay? So it's like I'm massaging my arm down, and I'm really pressing into my arm as much as possible. You can turn it over, do the other side. Good. Go to the other arm. Do the same thing. And again, you can do this as much as you want. Sometimes it really feels good, maybe especially in certain places on the body where you feel really tense. Good. I'm going to do this one more time. I told you I've been feeling more of the tenseness in that shoulder. Then what we're going to do is the same thing within the legs. So what I'm going to do is step out a little bit, grab my leg here, and just press it on down. Yes, so squeeze in, press it on down. Yeah. Good. And then on the other side. So we're squeezing on out. Oh, this feels so good. It's like you're giving yourself a massage. Very, very good. Now you can do this on the feet as well. If you're not wearing shoes, you're barefoot, you can just really massage the foot. You can also rub the bottom of that foot. That'll make it feel really, really good. And anything that you can get on your back also. Just squeezing in, doing that. Okay? So it's a way to kind of relieve any soreness, tensions that you might feel within the body itself. Okay? But let's get back to our tapping now to kind of get that body's energy just kind of moving a little bit. So I'll begin on my left side. Remember, there is a method to this. We tap down the inside of the arm, turn it over, and tap up the outside of the arm. Okay? So we'll begin up here in the neck area. Tap down the inside, turn the hand over, tap back up to the neck. Turn the hand over, palms facing up, facing down. One more time. Good. The other side. Palm facing up. Then down. Going down the arm, back up. One more time. Good. Tap all around the neck, upper shoulders, come across the chest, all around. Spend a little bit more time here in the